A new life sim game that looks to be kind of similar to The Sims was just announced, and everybody keeps asking me about it. I may be exaggerating a little bit there, but I have been getting a lot of questions about this one in my Twitch chat, and I saw a handful of people spamming about it in the premiere for The Sims trailer a few days ago. It's a game called inZOI that's supposed to be like a hyper-realistic life simulation, and in the description for the trailer on YouTube, they wrote that it's a life simulation game where the players become gods within the game. That's a direct quote. Now, this is not the first time that there's been an announcement for a Sims competitor. There's actually been quite a few other life simulation games announced over the years, and every single time the whole Sims community gets really excited. People start talking about how this new game is gonna kill The Sims and The Sims is over and we're so glad to finally have a replacement, but unfortunately, not a single one of those games has actually been released. I don't mean that as a dig to this specific game. I'm just trying to give some context and maybe help manage some expectations. Over the years, I have made a bunch of videos on things like Paralives, Little Sim World, Life by You Now, and I guess today, inZOI. Full transparency, inZOI actually did offer to sponsor me to make some videos about the game, but I told them no. I'd prefer to check it out myself and be able to speak freely about it both now and in the future. So to be clear, this video is not sponsored. I turned them down and we are just doing this for fun. They posted a 6-minute long trailer video on YouTube a couple days ago, so I thought that we could watch this and react to it together. I have seen a couple screenshots from this game, but I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I don't really have any solid opinions formed. As of right now, my only pre-formed opinion is that it's maybe too realistic to the point of being kind of scary, but I do think that a lot about hyper-realistic looking games, and I guess we're just gonna start watching this and see what happens, because I don't really know what to expect. So it looks like there's some sort of announcements about work, and we've always searched for life's meaning, is what it said right there. Cat! Okay, you're speaking to me. Ooh. See what I mean? Look at how real that person looks. Isn't it kind of weird? The journey itself was the true gift inZOI. Okay. I mean, it's beautiful. I won't argue with that. It looks really, really nice. Ooh, okay. UI. Look at the people. I don't know if I can handle games that are this realistic. I prefer like a slightly more stylized look. I honestly like The Sims has. Okay, we're at work. Interesting. Ooh, a store. Okay, so they're working as like actually working in the store and like stocking the shelves, which we can't really do in most of these other games that we've been playing. Okay. So far, they're showing a lot of work. It's a lot of like, it's a work simulator. Oh, firefighter. That's kind of cool. Oh, look at the phone. Look at like the text and stuff. Oh, hold on, I paused. Look at this schedule. Down here, we can see some preferences: activity, living, relationships, fitness, food, desires, skills, traits, creature of habit, achievement, bold, humble, melancholic. Under my face cam, we can change appearance and go to the meow store. I'm also seeing up here, manage family, edit schedule, edit weather, edit city, edit actor, edit crowds. So it looks like a lot of customization options, and you can visit these different places in your schedule. Okay, the build mode stuff, like the house looks amazing. This kind of stuff is always so intriguing to me. I love a build simulator, so when you show me furniture, that cleaning was pretty cool too. Oh, okay, fire. So far that's 2 fires. That's 2 brownie points for this game. A lot of skills we're seeing too. It looks like some different like painting and music type skills, which is kind of interesting. Oh, watering plants. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, claw machine. Is that a duck? Honestly, I can't tell. Okay, some different like athletic and fitness skills. Push-ups, treadmills. Oh, yoga. Okay, that's cool too. I really like that. Oh, different life states. Some of these other games can't speak for that. They even have babies. Okay, that's promising as well. It seems like it wouldn't be too much to ask, but there has been some life sim games that don't have other life states. Look at the cat. Oh my God, that is a real person. It's kind of weird. Okay. Interesting customization options too. I'm intrigued by that. The hairs are quite beautiful. I will say I'm not seeing that much variety in like hairstyles and stuff, but this is a obviously early version of the game. It's not done yet. That's the kind of thing that like criticism now in this stage would be helpful for. Wow, it's uncanny. I don't know if I like it. It's almost kind of scary. Like I was saying earlier, it is cool. I like it, but it's kind of weird to look at. Because it feels like I'm looking at a picture of a human. There's a lot of interesting like pattern and color customization on the clothing too, which is pretty cool. I'm glad to see that because I think it would be bad to release a game now in 2023 or probably in 2024 that doesn't have that sort of thing. Okay, build mode. Not a grid. It looks like we're kind of placing some stuff freely, perhaps. I might want to pause and look at some of these things. This is like all the different kitchen appliances and kitchen options. That's so good. I want to see, oh, color wheel. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. This is what I'm impressed by. Okay, very interesting build stuff. Oh, weird flooring with placing the deck tiles individually. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I don't know. I'd have to see it like implemented more into real gameplay. This is kind of cool, the way that they're building the layouts of these rooms. Oh, wow. And the way the lighting looks too, that's amazing. Okay, this excites me a lot more than the humans. I must say, I'm definitely a builder. Oh, Panda, look at how much you can customize that. Oh, that's quite cool. Okay. Oh, look at them picking different pieces. Go back to that, hold on, sorry. So there's obviously a ton of pattern customization, but here they're picking different legs for the chair. So we have the chair base and then you can select the base and the legs separately, it looks like. So they're being able to really customize that. Look at this little kid's room. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, and the landscaping looks good too. The landscaping looks realistic. That's one of the problems I have with the Sims landscaping is the plants just, it's hard to do what you would find in real life pretty often in the Sims, but wow. Can you change? They're editing the billboards and the trees in the city streets. Oh, and it has weather by default. Okay, okay, that is promising. That is very promising. I am intrigued by the gameplay of this. When it comes out, I'll definitely play it. I will definitely play it. What, is that changing the view? Oh my God, baby's crawling. Oh, the kids. I'm so relieved that there's different life states. I know I keep saying that, but you guys, some of these games don't have them. Those Sims were also different heights, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how that works. Like, is it a height slider or is it just like a by default thing? Oh, wow, that was a slap sound effect. Okay, well, that's good. You can fight people. We can give gifts. Sometimes I don't know how I feel about, hold on, I kind of want to go back and watch those again because this is like showing some animation of these characters interacting together. So I'm curious to see the animations a bit. Oh, that was an actual punch in the face. I didn't see that before. Okay, high five looked good. This gift animation kind of looks a little bit awkward to me. I don't know how I feel about that. The dancing's cute. We got some romance interactions, it seems. Okay, I think this looks good. Oh, that hug looked pretty good too. Oh, okay. Oh, I like seeing the kids. Oh, and there's a cat again. And it's over. Okay, I have some thoughts. My initial thought is, okay, I'm impressed. I'm a little bit scared. And the reason that I say I'm scared, I think it's just that like anytime a game is super realistic looking like this, I feel like it ages badly. So maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself in saying that about a game that isn't even out yet, but like it's true, it's how I'm feeling. I mentioned it earlier, but that's kind of why I prefer a game that's a little bit more stylized. Like I don't think The Sims 4 is gonna age badly based on how it looks because it's so cartoony. Whereas like The Sims 3 that was trying to be realistic in 2009 now looks kind of ridiculous. I want to go back and look at the Create a Sim sections because one of the things that is really important to me in games that are coming out nowadays is more like gender customization, and I don't really think that I'm seeing a lot of that here. Now, unfortunately, I obviously can't read the text on the screen here, so I might be missing something, but to me, what I'm seeing so far is that this game looks very binary. I'm only being shown men and women, and that's kind of the only customization I'm finding in cast or like create a person or whatever this is going to be called. And I could sit here and talk about this forever, but in any games that are coming out now, especially, I'm really looking for a lot of gender customization options, especially in a life sim. And so that's a big concern of mine is like, if this game doesn't have that, then I'm not really interested in it. Kind of going back to The Sims 4 for a second here, but they have to do so much work to undo what was done in 2014 because they also are built on a very binary system. Like your Sims at their core are masculine or feminine. And they have done a bunch of really great work to make things more customizable and try to lessen the impact of that now. But even with the updates we've gotten, they still have a long way to go. And I would hope that in The Sims 5 or like whatever future Sims game we get, I would hope that it's not like a 2-option choice. I'd like to just have a person and then you can customize them as you see fit. And maybe Maybe that's wishful thinking of me, but to me, it doesn't really seem like that unreasonable of a request. And if anything, it almost feels like it would be easier. But I don't know anything about this. I don't make games. I just sit here and talk about them. I'm hoping that here, the skin color section will be a slider or like a color wheel so you can really customize it. I don't really think that this here is enough options. Like, it's a life sim, so obviously you need a million swatches to represent life accurately. Or at the very least, you need more than 35 options, so I would hope that it's a slider. Obviously, again, this is just a trailer for a game that is still in development, so all of this could change. Even the UI will probably look different when it officially comes out. I really like seeing a lot of the cast assets, especially looking through a lot of these hairs. I'm really surprised at how realistic the hair texture looks. I keep saying this, but it kind of scares me. It looks like also the hairs are gonna have a color wheel, so instead of a swatch thing, you can pick any color, which I appreciate. Same thing again here though. Obviously, it's a life sim, so you need to have a very large variety of hair types and textures and styles, and I'm just not really seeing that here yet. I'm hopeful that because this is just early game, they'll hear feedback like this and be able to implement it, but obviously I'm not sure. Something else, and maybe I'm just being picky about this, but the way the character just like stands still like a mannequin when you're dressing them kind of makes me feel weird. That is not a fair criticism though. That's not a fair complaint, so I'm sorry. I'll stop saying stuff like that. It's just how I feel. I can't help how I feel, okay? Build mode stuff, very interesting. The fact that it's not really on a grid is almost kind of scary to me because I feel like it's going to be pretty overwhelming and maybe kind of hard to work with. It makes me think a little bit of House Flipper, because House Flipper is a pretty interesting game that's basically a build sim. You like renovate houses in it, but I find it very annoying to decorate in House Flipper, almost to the point of not wanting to do it, which is weird because I'm the kind of person that is like the exact target audience for House Flipper, but I just find it difficult because it's like really hard to get stuff to line up and like be evenly spaced, and it's hard to place items because you have to like basically alt place everything. It doesn't really snap to grids very easily because there is no grid. So looking at this, that kind of makes me feel like it'll be similar, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just a concern that I have. And what I will say is that this place looks beautiful. Like the build mode looks, wait, did they just search that? Hold on. I think they were able to search for a cute panda and then pull one up. Is that AI? Okay, it does say AI right there. Yeah, okay. I'm a little, don't really like that. I don't really like artificial intelligence infecting every aspect of everything we ever do, but okay. That's nice, I guess. Oh boy. All right, well anyway, the build mode is cute. Customization tools are cute. I have complicated feelings about this now. I didn't really realize that at first. There are so many pretty things to look at that I didn't really notice them do that. Another thing that is kind of cool is that they've got a lot of stuff that is within packs in The Sims, just kind of in the base game. Obviously it's a city, which is kind of nice. I love the idea of living in apartments and stuff. They had weather included, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised by this like edit town, change the billboards, change the trees. I'm not mad about it. It's kind of cute that you can do that. It looks like you can change the weather from this menu too, which is kind of interesting. I really like the idea of that. I like being able to easily change it, but it also makes me wonder like how the weather cycles work and like, are there seasons or is it just weather stuff? I don't really know about that. And also, oh, needs panel. Hunger, hygiene, sleep, bathroom, fun, social, recognition, and energy. Energy and sleep being different is really interesting. It looks like the character is feeling joyful right now, which is kind of cool. We can see the time, we can change the speed of the simulation. This playground stuff, I keep coming back to this, but this looks so cool to me. Like all of the playground equipment they had, even these bikes, everything looks beautiful. The game is stunning. I'm kind of confused about what the gameplay actually is because most of the gameplay they showed me seemed really heavily focused on work. Like most of the gameplay in the beginning was like, look at all these different jobs that you can do. So here we're like working in an office. They had us working as a firefighter. They had us working in a store. So I don't really know what to expect from that. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of interesting. I've been doing some research to try and find some more information, and I guess basically the concept behind the game is that the player takes the role of an intern at a company where your job is to manage or control the lives of a neighborhood full of ZOI. And the cat in the trailer is actually the company's boss. It looks like in this game, working a job is more important than in The Sims, and the gameplay revolves kind of around working, whether you choose to be a convenience store worker, a firefighter, or even an idol. Their projected release window is sometime in 2024. They haven't announced what platforms it's going to be on or when it's going to be coming out. They're kind of just showing it to us right now. Something else kind of interesting about this is that the people making it, Crafton, they're the same developer behind PUBG. PUBG. And in their words, PUBG is more than just a game. PUBG is a cultural phenomenon. Now, obviously, I don't play PUBG. This is like not my vibe at all, but it is a wildly successful and hugely popular game. So now this is the second time that a big time studio has announced making a life sim rival to The Sims. And I don't want to look at that and be like, oh, they made one good game, so this one's definitely going to be good. But it is promising to have the backing of a big studio and also the money of a big studio behind this. They just have a lot more resources to make it good, so in that way it's a good sign. Number one, obviously I'm kind of excited about this. I would like to play it. I'm really curious to see when it comes out and like what it's gonna be like. If you're interested, we can try and maybe play it together for a YouTube video. Obviously, I do have some initial concerns and criticisms from what we've seen so far. I know they did end up sponsoring a handful of Sims YouTubers, so I might go and watch their videos just to see some gameplay of it. Beyond just doing a trailer reaction, they were actually play testing it, so I might link those down below. I know I said earlier that I didn't take the sponsorship, but I don't mean that as a dig at the YouTubers who did. It just wasn't a thing that I wanted to do, but to be clear, it doesn't make it a bad thing that they did it. And just to speak generally on the existence of like life sim competitors for a second, I don't look at any of these things as like a replacement for The Sims. Sort of the general discourse on this stuff when it comes up online is like, oh, I'm gonna like pair lives better than Sims, down with The Sims. And that's fine, like you're welcome to have that opinion. For me though, I don't really have like a one or the other kind of mindset. I think for me, I just really like this game genre and there's not a lot of it out there. I love The Sims. I would love to play more games like The Sims. One of my favorite games of all time is a farming game called Stardew Valley, and it is really popular. Like you've probably heard of it before. And there are a lot of Stardew Valley dupes out there. People keep making new farm sims that are basically the same as Stardew Valley, just like reskinned and with a few new features, but I still play them. I've bought like 5 farm sim games that are just like that this year, and they're fun. They're all fun for different reasons. They all have different quirks. So I sort of wish that we could apply that logic to the life sim genre a little bit more. I don't need Coral Island or Fae Farm to replace Stardew Valley. I can just let them coexist and enjoy playing them all. So either way, when a new life sim game like this comes out, it's a win for all of us. Well, when they come out is kind of a strong word because they haven't come out yet. If and when one of these new life sim games comes out, it's gonna be a win for all of us. I'm looking forward to playing them. I'm hopeful that some new innovations with these games will hopefully push The Sims with their future Project Renee stuff. Some healthy competition can be a good thing, and from what we've seen so far, it feels like they're really trying to push the boat out with Project Renee or like whatever this Sims 5 thing is gonna be. They're already talking about multiplayer and like all of these new big features. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll also see when this game comes out. If you want to see some videos I've made in the past about other potential future life sims, I can link some on the end card for you. And let me know in the comments, are you interested in this game? Are you curious about this game? Do you have any complaints or criticisms about this game? I would love to know. And I have been talking for way too long now. So on that note, I'm gonna end this video right here and I will catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Oh my goodness, I could just sit here and talk and talk and talk about life sims all day. I'm sorry, I know I'm so rambly. I have strong feelings about this.